Okay, that's my top hinge. I've tried to zoom it in a little bit, but I'm going to be up there. You're not going to really see me too much. Maybe a little bit. Got that same little finish nail. And see, that's where the pin is. So I've got to have my nail off to the next hole. So I've got that hole to put the pin in. If I just took this out, and I could do that too. I could take two long nails, okay? Two 6-penny nails. And I could use those so I don't have to use that little pin each time. I could take this out. I could bend this back on this one hole. If you don't have enough room, you know, this one, as I push it and I put it on this one, I got just enough room to push it right up against the door. Okay, and all I need is a little bit. I gotta get up there higher. I can't pull this out yet. You don't want to try to pull that out without undoing the spring tension, or else it's gonna go bzzz. Okay, and I want to save it, so I got that just enough. Gotta hold it, put it in there, and then move it back. Wow, that's tough on my thumb. Okay. So you can do this. You can do the same thing, I guess, if you had two finish nails. I could put one finish nail in there, and I could get another finish nail. Do I need to do that? I'll show you. Okay, I'll get it. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Get my waste a finish nail, an extra one for this video. Okay. Okay, you got your pin there. So now I've got two nails in here. Actually, you only need one for right now. Okay. So if I want to use it right there, I can do that. Now I got to lift this back right to there. I'm not going to use this pin anymore for right now. I'm going to save it because it was there. Okay. Now I've got a longer deal there, right? I can take my next finish nail and I can put it right in the next hole if I want. That way, if you skip a hole, maybe you're up too close to the door trim and you don't have enough room. You just have to get enough spring off it just to get this out, because I can't pull this out yet. Okay, so I'm going to push this back a little bit, pull that one out, let go. Leave that one in. Take this one, push back, let go. Boom. Look, there it is. No spring tension on there. Okay. Now, we'll let the camera continue here. Okay. I'm going to open that door, and this door should not close anymore because I don't have any spring tension on. Look, see? Nothing. Okay, so now I can get on with my project, can I? I did that. I took the spring tension off the bottom one because I think I'm going to have to take the bottom one off as well as the top one. But if you only have to work on the top one, obviously you only need to take the spring tension off of your top self-closing latch or self-closing hinge. Okay, then you just have to prop the door open and stuff as you're working on it. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to undo those screws in there, and I think I'm going to get you set up out here in the garage, so to speak. Let's see here. Okay, I just want you to see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, so I'll just keep running the camera. Get my drill all set up here. I'm going to take my screws out. See, had I taken the screws out first, you take one or two out. This is going to spring back, and then you're going to be like, oh, what do I do now? That's why you got to take the spring tension off of this thing. Now, all this work just to get this door fixed, but hey, I want you to see, you don't have to be a professional door person to do this. If I can do this, you can do this, all right? That's what these videos are all about on my channel, most of them anyways, but I'm excited. I'm making some travel videos. We're gonna put, Mommy and I are gonna have some travel videos up there too about our travels and stuff. I think you'll like that. Okay, so I'm just getting my small little screwdriver to get on the back side. Okay, now that's out of my way. Now I'm gonna drill 2 holes in here. Kind of like I've done before. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put a 1/8" drill bit, 1/8" drill bit here, and I'm going to let most of the drill bit stick out of my chuck. I'm going to just grab the tip of it, maybe 1/8 of an inch of it, because I want to get most of it in there. And I'm going to drill this. I'm going to slightly angle it so I make sure that I don't want to drill straight in like, okay, it doesn't matter where I do it. The first 1/2 inch of this inside the house is sheetrock. I gotta get beyond that, so I hit into the stud. This stud, incidentally, is a 2x6. This is a 2x6 wall instead of a 2x4 wall. Thus, this frame is that much stouter. So once I drill these, I'm not thinking I'm going to do much. I can see where they nailed this in or screwed it in. I don't think I'm going to be able to move this very much, but I'm going to make the Joe effort anyways. Okay, my battery's down. I'm going to have to get a new battery. I've got one charged up. Be right back. Oh, VideoJoe is not as young as he used to be. That's for darn sure. Up and down the stairs. Get this. Okay. Now I'm going to put 3-inch screws into here. I'm going to try to suck this in. I don't know how far I'm going to go. I see there's a nail right there. There's probably a shim back there. It might be a nice solid shim. I might not be able to push it back much, but I'm going to give her a go. I could do the 2.5 inch first to kind of help, but I think I'll be able to do it with these 3s. Let's see. I'm going to back it off so I can get another go at it. Okay, that's as far as it's going to go. Okay, before I put that next one in, I see where the nail is. You might not be able to see it, but I'm going to take my crummy flat putty knife on here. I'm going to whack on that. That way I don't put an impression in the wood. They could have installed this with screws too, but I'm not going to dig this out. And if I wasn't going to have this painted, I could get some simple green and get that all cleaned up, but because it's going to be painted, if there's a slight little mark there, it's going to be covered. Okay? Thought that might help it a little bit. I should have probably done that before I did the first screw, huh? Okay, which way? There we go. Let me try that again, because this screw could have been holding this up. Okay, normally I don't pound on the jambs, but in this case I'm going to. Okay, let's Put the screw in again. That might have helped putting the first screw in anyways and then taking it out. We'll see. Okay, I got that pushed into the wood a lot further. I see where there used to be a screw head or a nail right here, and I couldn't see that before I started. So I know I pushed the jam in a little bit right there. That's good, actually. Okay, get the next one. Back it off because it's not going in all the way. Boy. Well, yeah, I think I can get it. Back it off again. That's what I need to be up just a hair higher on a ladder. Only got a step stool here, 3-footer. Okay, there. That did it. Okay, now I did actually push it in a little. I'm going to take my putty knife again and whack on the side right over here, right where it goes, so I don't put it hammer and push it in. Okay. There we go. That's good. See if I can't get this in just a... There. Okay. I see where there's another one. See, they put a nail here and here above each one, and it could be a screw, but I didn't really want to dig. I don't really want to dig that out. If there was a screw there, you could dig that out and maybe put the screw in further, but I've got her. That looks good. Okay. Now I can push this back in here like that. Pull on the door. Okay. It's in there. It's in there. It's not hitting the screw head or anything that I put in. That's why I got to make sure those are flush, if not sunk in a little. Now I can put these screws back in. Once you use a drill a while, you can kind of feel when they're tight, but I try not to do too much. I still go back and double check. Okay. And I may have to do this second hinge. Let's just, because you saw how much I was trying to push that over. If I take this one out, it might help the rest of the door go in. So I think I'm going to do that next one too, and that's not a self-closing one. So let's just, for kicks, before I do that, I'm sure I'm going to do it anyways, but I want you to take a look at this. Let me get this set back up, but I'm going to take the camera off of the tripod. We're going to close this now. We're going to see if we've got any extra gap here. I mean, it's more. It's nicer. I still got quite a bit of a gap right in here. And no matter what I do, I can't get this any closer unless I notch this hinge into the door a little bit, and I just might do that. I just might do that. Because, see, this gap is just about right here on this side. Then it increases from here on up. So if I were to do the same thing to this hinge, would it help this one a little bit? I don't know. Maybe to a certain extent, but the way it is right now, I want it to get more. And I see something way up there. I don't know what that is. Let's get my tape measure up there. I thought it was just a piece of cobweb. Okay, no matter what I do, I can't do it. You see where there was a nail there and up there. But if I look on this next hinge, see, there's one there and one there. And that's just what they normally do, I guess, on these exterior ones. See, here's the other one over here. They put big fat nails or screws. I would say normally screws, but I don't really want to dig that out. And whacking that, I think I got it in there. There's no real way I can suck it in any more than that. Okay, because the thickness, and I got the casing there. Look how thick this casing is. And I just don't, I know I'm not going to mess with that top one anymore, other than I may notch the door. See, if I notch the door into the hinge, that'll allow the door to move over, won't it? Just a little bit. Granted, when you open up the door, you might see that on the inside, this hinge is stuck in a little bit, but you're never going to really notice it. It's an exterior door going into the garage anyways. Okay? And because I'm not going to tighten up the spring yet until I fix this, all right? But for the sake of argument, I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to put 2 screws in there, whack that a little bit. And before I actually work on the bottom one, remember I'm going to work on the bottom one too. I got a special trick for that. And in fact, before I do any notching up here, I am going to, well, yeah, I think I'm going to move this one first, and then I may not have to do any notching to that, okay? So stick with me, and it'll all come together here in a minute.